Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'll be unboxing and doing a full review of the SCAT battery charger along with the engine start function right after this. If you are new to my channel and would like to stay up to date with the latest tips and tricks for Amazon Fire devices and product reviews, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click on the bell icon for future notifications. Thank you so much. Alright guys, so I'd like to start out this video by thanking Bacchus Global LLC for sending me this awesome 25 amp charger and also an engine start. This is the Cat brand heavy duty battery charger. So thank you so much. They just recently sent out this 25 amp battery charger for me for the purpose of this review. So let's go ahead and get this review going. So this seems like a very nice battery charger. This is the very popular Cat brand. It's a battery charger and also with an engine start as well. And as you can see, this is a 100 amp engine start. It has a 100 amp engine start function, and it also can charge your battery up to 25 amps of power. And of course, this is for 12 volt car batteries, whether it's a 12 volt wet, gel, or AGM battery, as it's stated right here. That's what it's compatible with. And let's go ahead and see some of the mentioned features before I go ahead and open the box and show you guys what comes with it. So this has a patented engine start. This provides 720 watts of power and also 100 amp engine start at the same time. And this is also a battery charger, as you can see, and it says 25 amps high frequency battery charger, and it's also a battery maintainer at the same time. And this has a patented alternator check. You can test the vehicle's alternator to indicate if it's operating correctly or not. And it also has a battery reconditioning mode. So it says electric pulse technology can help reverse sulfate buildup on battery plates to improve charge capacity and extend battery life. Basically, battery reconditioning is basically extending the life of your battery. And then last but not least, this also has a built-in voltage meter. You can instantly display battery voltage at the touch of one button. I'll show you guys here how these features work when I'm outside. And then it also has a nice digital screen. It says easy to read LCD screen with clear information. And so these are all the features that the product provides. And this seems like a very nice unit. This is what the back of the box looks like. And here's the side. So let's go ahead and see what actually comes in the box and what the actual unit looks like. So let me go ahead and unbox it. And as you guys can see, this comes packaged very well in a nice cardboard box. Alright guys, so this is what the unit actually looks like, and I'm actually very impressed, honestly. And I mean, I've known honestly for a long time that the Cat brand is very well known in the industry. I mean, they make a lot of different automotive parts and accessories, and as well, I mean, it's just a huge well known and well focused brand, international, if I'm not mistaken. I know they're not just a domestic company, it's an international company. So when they make a product, they really make great products, and they have a great reputation. So which I'm not surprised here. This unit is heavy duty, but before I get started, I want to show you that this is the nice size printed manual, and this looks like it comes in English. And honestly, if I was you guys, if you're looking into buying this 25 amp battery charger with engine start, I would highly recommend that you read the user manual, because it will tell you exactly how to properly and safely use this 12 volt battery charger. Because again guys, when you're dealing with power, whether it's a 1 amp battery charger or a 25 amp battery charger, after it's all said and done, you're dealing with quite a bit of power. You're dealing with electricity, and electricity is nothing to play around with. So always read your manual, as I highly recommend, and just do not take my word for it. Read the manual, because the manufacturer will never lead you wrong. And this will tell you exactly the exact features and how to exactly operate this 25 amp battery charger, which has built-in several built-in features at the same time. So this is a very nice user manual. It looks like it comes in English and Spanish, which is always nice. I don't speak any Spanish, but if you need a Spanish manual, it's right here. It's in English and Spanish at the same time. So yeah, this is a very nice manual. I really give them a lot of credit for having a decent size user manual for the customer to be using this, to be very informed, well informed, way before they start charging their battery or start using this great unit from Cat. So, and I like the fact that it's the size of it is like maybe 8 inches by 6 inches, because some companies, they really cheap out on user manuals and they send you a like very small user manual which you can barely see. But here in this instance with Cat, they seem to build great products and they give you a decent size, easy to read user manual. So let's go ahead and get that out of the way. And this is the unit that I was telling you guys about. And so this is a nice heavy duty unit, and it's not even that heavy. When I weighed this, it weighed about just under, I think it was like 4.5 pounds. It was close to 5 pounds, to be honest, on my digital scale. So it's definitely not a heavy unit, but it's at the same time it's rugged and heavy duty. You have a nice heavy duty handle, and you have, here's all the features that I just mentioned to you here. I'm going to talk about them more briefly when I'm outside. And you have the battery clamps. These are nice. These are nice and thick, heavy-duty battery clamps. This is the positive side, and here is the negative side on the right-hand side. And you can see how thick these cables are. I mean, they're not playing around, guys. They know charging your 12-volt battery at the rate of 25 amps, you can't be cheap on the cables, and neither can you be cheap on the clamps, because at the end of the day, this is a Cat brand and you really get what you pay for. So you are paying and buying a quality product that will last you years to come. So let's go ahead and see. And what's nice about it here, I'm going to show you guys here, make sure I'm in the frame. So what's nice about it, these battery clamps, they actually hook on the side, so they're out of your way. Once you are done with using the product. And then back here you can actually see, from this view actually, you can see what kind of heavy duty and rugged the battery charger handle is. I mean, the entire unit is honestly nice and rugged, but at the same time it's not bulky and it's not heavy. It weighs just under 5 pounds, which is great because I'm not really a fan of heavy products, to be honest. And the fact that you can almost charge your battery anywhere you want, as long as you have this unit plugged into shore power, you are good to go. So you can charge almost any 12-volt battery out there, whether it's wet AGM or lead acid batteries or gel batteries at the same time. So back here you have the battery compartment, and this is basically where you store, and you can see these nice this is where you store the this is where the charger cable is. It's actually hidden right in here. You just pull that out and plug it into the wall, and then this also comes with nice and thick I'm not sure what the gauges of these cables are, but they're nice and thick to handle that 25 amp current that's going into your 12-volt battery. So you don't have to worry about the battery, the charger cables getting warm or getting hot or anything like that. So this is a very nice quality product. On the back here, it just shows you a warning. It usually has a warning label, and here's some specs about the input and the output. And then on the bottom you can see what kind of a great quality and great build from Cat this is. And from here on the left hand side, this is the cooling fan. This is where the air intake is. And on the right hand side, this is where the air comes out, and you can feel when it's charging the battery, you can actually hear the fan running, letting you know that this unit is cooling itself off so it doesn't get too warm and shut down on you. Now on the top of the unit, this is a very nice unit, by the way. Just my first impression. Here we have the charge button. So basically, this is when you're getting ready to charge your battery. You basically turn the unit. You first plug in the unit into the wall, and then connect your negative charging clamp into your battery, and then you connect the positive side. Now, depending on which whether it's the negative or the positive, which one is the negative ground on your car. Now, most cars, from what the user manual says, most cars, from my knowledge, the negative clamp should be connected first, and then the positive. But before you do anything, make sure you plug in the power cable into the wall, and then plug in the negative and the positive. Now some cars, the positive clamp should be connected first, but that depends on the year and the make and the brand of your car. So make sure you read your car's user manual. Make sure it's important which side you need to connect first, whether it's negative or positive. But again, according to the user manual of this charger, CAT recommends that it says that most cars will have the negative side that is grounded. So that's what I did. I first connected it to the wall, and then I connected my negative and then my positive, and then the unit will turn itself on. And here, if you need to charge your battery, you can hit the charge button right over here. To start charging, you just press it once, and then you will see it will say charging, and the battery icon will light up on the left hand side. And then to turn off charging, you press the charge button one more time, and that will stop charging. And then you can switch the battery voltage from here. No, by default, it shows the battery voltage, whether it's 12 volts or 12.6 volts, wherever your voltage is for your 12-volt batteries. And then to switch to the percentage part, you can actually press the same button again for the battery voltage, and it will show you your battery's at 43% or 50% or whatever percentage your current state is. So that's a nice feature. And then if you want to use the 100 amp engine start feature, you basically press the engine start button, and it will give you a 60-second timer, which I will show you here in a moment. When I was outside, when I connected to my car's battery, it will give you a 60-second readout. It will give you a 60-second countdown right on the screen, clearly stated in the middle of the screen, and then you will be able to start your engine if your battery is completely dead. And then what's nice about it, this also has a battery reconditioning mode. You just press that button, and I believe the battery lights up, and it will show you that it's in reconditioning mode. And then also, of course, the alternator test. You need to follow exactly what the user manual from CAT, the proper way to test this. I know it did mention that you want to have all accessories unplugged from your car before you use the alternator test. That way, no current, no accessories are drawing any type of current or any power from the alternator to get a real reading. And then on the right hand side of the screen, it will tell you either alternator good, or it will show the alternator icon with a faulty icon if there's something wrong with your alternator. So you might want to go to the in that case, you might want to go to like an AutoZone or Advanced Auto Parts or any parts store in your area, in your town, to get a second look to make sure that the alternator is going bad or is about to go bad, and that way you get your alternator replaced. But it's nice. It's a very nice feature that you can have all these 5 different functions, so you can use this at the house to get a good idea whether your battery is getting ready to go or getting weak and it's time for a new one, or your alternator is having issues, so you can get a second look and a second test just to be 100% verified that the alternator needs to be replaced. These are the basic functions again of this great 25 amp battery charger and with engine start function from CAT. Let me show you what the screen actually lights up and what the screen features actually mention when I connected it to my 12-volt battery outside. Okay, so in this clear picture, you can see that I have connected the 25 amp battery charger from CAT into the wall, and then I go on and plugged in the negative battery clamp on the negative side of the battery, which is always a minus sign, and then I plugged in the positive side, but the positive clamp to the battery, which is always red. So red is always the plus sign, which is the positive, and the negative side is always black, which also has a minus sign, just in case for some reason you guys get the two sides mixed up. You do not want to do that, because I'm sure this battery charger has reverse polarity protection as well as other protections at the same time, but you do not want to reverse the connection, because then you'll probably have a big spark. Okay, so first, when you initially connect the battery charger to the battery, negative first and positive second, after you connect the battery charger to the wall, you will be presented with the screen. As you can see, you're looking at the picture on the top left where it shows your current voltage. My battery voltage was at 12.3 volts, and then if you hit the battery voltage one more time, you can toggle back and forth. It will either show you the current voltage, or it'll show you the current percentage of the battery state, which mine is at 44%, because the car was parked for about 4 or 5 hours, which is normal. And just in case you need to jump start your car or charge your battery at night, and this is when I was trying to do this was actually last night. It was very dark outside. There's barely any lights. You can see how bright the digital LCD is showing. My battery voltage was at 12.2 volts, and my battery percentage, again, when I toggled between the battery voltage button between volts and the percentage, you can see my battery percentage current state was at 43%. So it's got a nice bright digital LCD, which is always helpful. Alright guys, so once you need to charge your battery, if your battery is dead or it's running at a low voltage, you go ahead and connect the 25 amp battery charger just the way I mentioned. You first plug it into the wall, you must do that, and then connect the negative side and then the positive side. And once you are fully done, once your battery is fully charged at 100%, make sure you unplug the charger from the wall first, and then disconnect the battery clamps. That's the safer way according to the manual. So while charging my battery, you can see that this 25 amp battery charger was actually charging my battery at 25.3 amps. So this screen gives you plenty of information. It tells you exactly what you need to do and what it's currently doing, which is very nice. I like that. Now, in order to use the engine start feature, again, make sure you connect the 25 amp battery charger into the AC outlet wall first, and then connect the negative and then the positive clamps to your battery terminals, or to the battery directly to the battery post, and then go ahead and hit the engine start button, which is the center button of the battery charger. Once you do that, you will see the battery icon on the left, and it will give you a 60-second countdown. And after those 60 seconds, it should tell you on the screen that to go ahead and try to start your engine. And so, because it states on the box and in the manual that you can start almost any car engine within 60 seconds, which is a very nice feature if your car will not start. Now, if you have been having issues for a while, or with your battery, with your 12-volt car battery, or you've been noticing that the car's battery has been having issues or acting funny, you can always use the built-in battery reconditioning mode. The way you do that, you plug in the charger into the wall first, like I said earlier, and then you plug in the negative and the positive battery clamps onto your battery post, and you hit the battery reconditioning button, which is the fourth button starting from the left, and the screen should say battery reconditioning. I don't want to do that because my battery is fairly new. It's only about 3 or 4 months old, so I did not want to choose the battery reconditioning mode because there's no need to. But if your battery is older than like 2 or 3 or 4 years old or 5 years old, it might be time to go ahead and recondition your battery, which will help with the battery chemistry and it will help the battery operate even better. And the last feature of this awesome unit, ladies and gentlemen, is the alternator check. Now, this is a very nice feature to have on a battery charger that also includes an engine start and an alternator check, so you can test your alternator at the convenience of your own house without even going to the auto parts store, or even going to the or making a quick visit to the mechanic, because who's got time for that? So what you do is you plug in the charger into the wall first, as usual. You plug in the negative side first, the negative battery clamp first, and then the positive side to your battery post. And then you go ahead and hit the alternator test button, which is the last button on the right hand side. And once you do that, it will either show two things. It will show the alternator icon on the bottom right side of the LCD, and it should say alternator good on the screen, as you can see that on the bottom left. Or if now you must turn off all accessories, whether you have a dash cam or a cell phone or any type of LED lighting, any type of accessory that's plugged into the car, go ahead and turn them off, or better yet, go ahead and unplug them before we do before we go ahead and run an alternator test to get an actual true reading. Once you do that, it will tell you to go ahead and it will tell you the results on the screen. And to be more specific, you should go ahead and pull out your manual again for further detailed instructions on how to make sure how to test your alternator to see if it's any good or if it's time to get a new one. So my final thoughts of the CAT 25 amp battery charger along with an engine start function as well as an alternator test is, honestly, this is a nice heavy duty quality premium product from CAT. And as you guys know, CAT has always had a good reputation because they also make great products, and they have a huge variety of vehicle accessories among other industries as well, as you guys know, because they are very well known in the construction industry as well. So this is a great product. Thank you again for the company for sending me this unit to do this awesome product review. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. If you stayed this long, I know it's been sort of a long video. I do apologize for that, but I want to explain some of the important details and functions of this nice heavy duty unit. So if you guys are interested, I will leave the link in the description of my video, and if you guys like this type of video and this type of content, go on and give me a thumbs up, share it out with your friends and family. I would really appreciate that. And if you are new to my YouTube channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you guys anything, but it really means a whole lot to me. So if you guys made it this far, thank you so much. And if you guys have any questions, go ahead and drop me a line below in the comments section, and I'll reply back as soon as possible. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.